know why I feel this way. Every day I wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello, people, it's Poet. Welcome back to TimeShot. Now, I have something to show you. Obviously, I'm in the end right now, and obviously this looks a little bit different. The other day, Jake and I were supposed to work on this. It was me, Jake, and Audio were working on this, and I think Huck came by as well, and Code was around. I don't know. There were a bunch of us, and we've been talking about getting this place up and running, and when me and Jake were last recording, he was like, hey, you want to work on this? And I just had to go, so I couldn't. But I wanted to get some progress done, so I completely remade the pathway leading to this place. This setup area still looks the same. I put a little infinite source there. I put a block here just so that people can't really walk onto the platform. So, this is the new Ender Farm. Now, it's insane. It's just insane. And that is the best way to describe it, and you guys will see. This design is basically the one that Doc M and his group, his building group, whatever they call themselves, it's basically the one that they used. And for a while, we couldn't figure out why they weren't tracking to the Endermite. So the Endermite's in that cart. And we were wondering, like, why in the world aren't they going for it? It's a tasty little Endermite. They should go for it. Well, it turns out that it has to do with the distance that you are to them. So you have to be like, if you're around, they'll favor you, even if they're not aggro on you. It's weird to explain it. But if they see you, or if you're in the area, they won't really care. You can see already, I don't know if those ones that were falling are because I'm getting far enough away. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. As soon as I walk, this is the limit, like right here or something. They're all just like, Endermite, 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 Endermite. They just love it. I don't know what the limit is. Let's walk away a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. I don't know. But the difference can really be felt when you're down here. So this is the little area. Now, I haven't been down here since we started working on it. I got to turn hostile mob sounds off all the way, because that can be on. That can be on too. Because otherwise, you know how Endermen are. A little enchanting room. That's lovely. That's so nice. Enchanting storage. Oh, we got some storage. Book item storage. If you wound up with an enchanted item you aren't happy with, leave it here. Don't store pearls here. Rule of thumb, take something, leave something. Okay. Got an ender chest. Lots of enchanted shovels that people were leaving, which are good because actually they can be combined, these iron shovels, into really good high efficiency shovels. Depth Strider. I want it so much, but then I'd have to leave something, right? I could leave this bow. Wow, and someone already has been really working hard on getting all these different books. I think what we're probably going to have to do is kind of like what we had way back in the Red Cube days, where there's this long tunnel with different rows of things, like an entire row just for fire aspect, an entire row for feather falling and bane of arthropods and things like that. Because those two little chests are already basically full. It's not going to cut it. This chest fills up with ender pearls, so there are hoppers underneath these guys here, and they're all one hit, and they drop ender pearls just like crazy. Like, you can see them all just sitting there. If you ever need ender pearls, I mean, there's only really one chest. As soon as you grab out of there, it's filling up again, and it'll fill up almost instantaneously. So I think that's why the policy basically is, don't leave ender pearls in the chests. It's not really necessary. This one chest is good enough. Crafting supplies, that's nice. I'm sure this place will expand as time goes, but why I said it's insane is that because me, Code, and Jake basically finished this whole thing off. And we were sitting here, the three of us, going at it just constantly. And you just cannot kill them fast enough. I could sit here punching as fast as I can possibly click. Like, I'm a pretty fast clicker. I can click at maybe 20 clicks per second if I'm extraordinarily jitter clicky. And no matter how much I click and run back and forth clicking, there will never be a time when there are 0 Endermen here. There will always, always, always be Endermen here. It's just that fast of a system. So I'm at level 51, and it's going up and 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 up. That's something else that we're going to need here. Like maybe in this direction. Is a food farm. Carrots or something. Because punching really takes a lot out of you. But so excited that this is all done and working. So that's just one of those things where, you know, some people like the grindiness of getting levels and the grindiness of re-enchanting and re-enchanting and re-enchanting and re-enchanting. For me personally, I get more enjoyment out of doing like building and caving and that kind of thing. I don't care so much about enchanting something 17 times to try to get the best Fortune 3 pick that I can get kind of thing. I love the fact that that is the way that it is. Actually, I should have gone and enchanted this diamond pick while I'm at it. I mean, I got 51 levels. I might as well. And now, oh, I don't have lapis on me. I can't right now. I got some in the ender chest, I think. I hope. Let's go see. Whee! Plop. There we go. So, the way that the new enchanting system works is so insane because you never really use up levels. Yeah, I got lots. I'll just grab those. You never really use up levels, so it's really easy to just keep re-enchanting things with level 30s. I'm breaking 3? That's what I got from a level 30 enchant? And see, it only used up like 3 levels. But that was a kind of a sucky enchant. I should almost just leave this pick here. I got several diamonds. One thing I'm going to have to put into this ender chest, maybe it's in crafting supplies, is wood. Sticks. That's what I wanted. So I'm going to make a bunch of picks. And the reason is, I've got a Fortune 3 pick somewhere, maybe? Maybe it's broken already. It was very, very, very broken. I need a crafting table right here somewhere. I don't have any wood. There's no wood. Crafting table needs to be near the enchanting area, I think. Anyway. I had a very broken Fortune 3, so I'm kind of just hoping for Fortune 3. Pfft, there it is! And Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3. Now that is a better pick than... Look at this piece of crap! I mean, it's a good workman's pick, as they call them, right? But I don't need that. So Fortune 2, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. That's almost the same pick, but a little bit less fortunate. Wow. And you know, I'm well above level 40. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's enchant some booties, shall we? 3 pairs. 3 of the best pairs ever. Ever forever. Let's see what I get. Feather falling 4. Fire protection 3. That's pretty good. I'll take fire protection. Why not? But I'm using up lapis like it's nobody's business. So, let's see. I had something to talk about. Oh, yeah! Some pretty exciting news. I got tickets to Minecon. Ta-da! Yup. We had this big group together, kind of like we did for the last Minecon. I always want to say last year's Minecon, but the last Minecon. We had a group where we all were kind of like preparing for Minecon type of thing. We wanted to have this like alert system for when tickets were going on sale, if there was a quick link, and I mean there was a lifesaver in that chat. I don't remember who it was exactly. I would have to look again. But they sent a link, basically a direct link to the ticket site rather than the one that Mojang was hosting. So, okay, I got to explain that a little bit more because people will get confused. There's two ticket sites, to put it bluntly. There's one ticket site that... I need a... Hold on a sec before I finish this thought. I need just like a garbage chute somewhere. There we go. This will be my garbage chute. So I can just take things like this bucket that I don't want anymore and chuck it. Chuck it! The bucket. Take that, chuck it. Okay. Anyway, there are two ticketing websites. The one that Mojang had on their website, so minecon.mojang.com was their ticketing website. But then there was also one on the company website, Eventbrite, that was running the thing. They also had their own ticketing thing. But the link wasn't public, you know? Nobody knew what the link was. I need to kill some of these guys. Get back up to 30. So nobody knew what the ticketing website was, but anybody who did find that out would have first crack at tickets. And I was trying to find it out for probably a couple hours before the tickets were to go on sale. I was trying my hardest to find the link. And I couldn't find it, but someone in the chat found it. And as a result, we were able to all get tickets like instantaneously. I bought a bunch of tickets for the people who were there who didn't have credit cards or who just couldn't afford it at the time through whatever means. So I ended up getting tickets for a bunch of people's. And so, yeah, we're all going. We're all going. Anybody who wanted to go is going. That's what I'm kind of excited about. Where do I put drops? I'm just going to put that unbreaking pick in there. Someone can maybe take that, repair that with some pick that they get that doesn't have unbreaking on it, for example. I'm just going to leave it for now. Some pretty good boots. I got Depth Strider 2 boots anyway. So those are pretty good. And I can maybe combine them with something like these. So let's see how that goes. Let's see. So I want the Depth Strider, but I want Feather Falling. So Protection 3, Feather Falling. What's missing? The Fire Protection. Which is correct. That's what I want. But then I also want Protection 4. See, I need 27 levels that way. 5 levels that way? What? Does that make any sense? I guess. I suppose. Look at these boots, though. They're so awesome. And rubber booties. Yeah. Oh, what's that? I'm only level 10? Rah! It's so amazing. This Enderman farm. Ah! The Ender. And this is the most insane one that I've ever seen. It's the fastest I've ever seen. Is that little Endermite trick. I really, really hope that they don't fix that in a patch or something. I think that in one of the latest patches they changed the line of sight for Endermites. Maybe in an attempt to try to solve it, but I don't know. I really hope that they don't, because this is so cool. Why would they break that? Why would they break that? Huh? Like, look at that. I was at level 10. Look at these levels. Ah! So cool! Look at the little sparkles. I'm so powerful. Look at look at my face. It's amazing. Oh. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm done for now. I've got everything that I need. And, of course, my Ender Pearl addiction begins once again. Anyway. exciting news about Minecon. I mean, let's face it. I had bought my tickets, my plane tickets to Minecon already, to Europe already, to London already, I should say. And I rented an apartment in London over that weekend. Over the week, actually. I'm going to be there for a week. So, regardless of whether I got tickets, I was going to go to London. But having the tickets to the convention itself, it's kind of nice to have that extra little thing, even though it's just a 2-day thing there. It's going to be nice to have that extra thing that everybody kind of has in common and where everybody can meet up in one central place. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be nice. I'm glad that I got tickets, even though it really wasn't a necessity. So that's the Minecon news. I'm really excited. I'm excited the most about getting to meet some of my European fans that otherwise might not ever have a chance. Because honestly, I don't know when the next time I'll be in Europe is. Maybe soon, maybe not ever. I mean, going to the other side of the world, essentially, is something that a lot of people only do maybe once in their lives. Sometimes several times. Like, there are people out there who go several times. But for me, personally, I don't know that it's an expense that I could afford to do, constantly type of thing. I'm definitely happy to be going, though. Anyway, I'm excited to see the fans because, like I said, I don't know when the next time, if ever, I'll be back. So I'm treating this right now as like the end-all, be-all experience. I really hope that... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I combined them all. I combined all those boots. I had 3 pairs. I combined them into one ultra pair. I guess I could have repaired the Jake Scrubs helmet. I guess I still can right here. There we go. Depth Strider 2 on my booties. I like that. I love that. It's been a while since I had Depth Strider on boots. Iron Sword. Right, I had that for a while. So what did I get? I got Jake's Looting 3, Sharpness 4, Unbreaking 3, but I also got a Smite 4, Knockback 2, Smite 5, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2. It might almost be, if I was to go Wither Skeleton hunting, it might almost be worthwhile to put Smite, because I think skeletons die faster for Smite. I know that Withers do. So I assume Wither Skeletons as well. Unbreaking 3, and then the Looting 3 is what I need for Jake's... I gotta rename this. Can I rename it? Can I afford to? Yes, I can. Okay. Jake's... Should I spell it with... Yeah, I'll just spell it like this. There. There, that's the new name of the weapon. It's appropriate. Yeah, I got all this stuff to put away. And then what I got is... I need a chest specifically for Ender Pearls. Maybe this one. Can be my Ender Pearl chest. Do I have any item frames? Don't think so. Do I have an iron chest? This one? Yeah. So I'll put track in there. Sticks. I grabbed all those sticks. Oops. I grabbed all those sticks from the thing. Yeah, I'll just keep them there. I didn't put them back. A pumpkin from when we were working on the farm. All those wooden trapdoors. These 2 smite swords. Save the world once again with my mighty powers. Alright. And And then all of this, which I don't really need. There. Okay. What was I just like right then talking about? Okay, I got a topic actually today that I wanted to talk about. I don't know how much time I'm going to invest in talking about it, but before I get to that, I have to update a donation. Let's go see. Let's go see where it's at before I go crazy here. Let's just go see where it's at. And I know, I feel so bad. World download happened, I should announce. The world download happened, and I never got this room finished. That was like my goal for the world download, but it just happened where the world download was happening while we were in the midst of doing other things, and I don't know. I need a new block. That's what I need. That's what I just confirmed. I was in the midst of doing a whole bunch of stuff. We had a server move I announced a few episodes back, I think. And I didn't even know how to do a world backup, never mind download for you guys to get. I wanted to do a special thing with a server, and that kind of fell through. So with all of that going on, I didn't get a chance to really work on TimeShot itself very much. So this room didn't even get finished. I mean, it's sort of finished to a point. Like, I don't think this existed in the last world download, but I really wish that at least I would have been able to pull down the scaffolding and finish up the lighting and finish up these arches. And I don't know. There's a lot that I'm kind of... that world download was sort of We'll see. At least the Hall of Heroes was done. So anyway, this is an update to this one right here. And the message was, I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the message up in front of me, but it was like, you're awesome. Can we play Mega Walls sometimes together, record it together, something like that. And I think this is the time that I announce that I'm probably not going to be posting very much Mega Walls anymore. And I'll get to that after I take care of this. But anyway, bam, gold block, because when pigs fly 116, gotta remember that name when I pull this off. When pigs fly 116, and it was $10 so far, but then added in 2 donations, 2 separate ones, for a grand total of $75. So that is a massive, massive donation. Thank you so much for that. 50% of donations all go to a charity of my choosing. And actually, I got to announce that I kind of made this decision a little while ago. I think I brought it up in an episode where I said I wasn't sure, but I'm positive now, is that I just got another commission check from my shirt shop, which is also in the description of videos. I got a little bit of a commission check from all the sales and stuff. It's not a big commission check, but I decided that it's extra income that I don't budget for myself. Like, that's not something that I'm not counting on it or anything. And as usual, any extra income, I'm kind of the one to say, let's just donate it all. So I've decided that 100% of sales to my shirt shop are going to go to charity as well. And yeah, that's that. I mean, that's that. Links are in the description. If you are so kind as to do that, it supports me. You wearing my shirts is kind of a cool way to show your appreciation, and as a cool way to show it off to other people that you fna and things like that. I'm gonna work on that shop. I gotta like dedicate a day, because it does take that much time sometimes. I gotta dedicate a good day and then just work like crazy on it. I'm just grabbing some miscellaneous blocks here because I want to... Oops, close the door in my face. Because I want to go down there and work on the thing while I talk about this other thing. Anyway, yeah. Shirt shop, link is in the description. donation link. It's also in the description of TimeShot videos only. 50% goes to charity from the donations. 100% goes to charity from the shirts. That's the way it's going to be. So let us start just finishing this. I did the first part on camera and then I didn't work on the rest of it. Might as well work on this now while I talk about a topic that I wanted to talk about for a long time, but was kind of just reintroduced into my brain this morning, actually, I think it was. If not yesterday morning, was perception. Perception of different things in life. I'll be very specific in saying that one of the things... Where's it? Hold on. Where's the Silk Touch pick? Where? Fortune 3. I need Silk Touch. I got one somewhere. I'll be right back down here. But anyway, perception of things. So, I was watching this show this morning, and I think the show's called Departures. And it's kind of a travel show, and it's so relaxing to watch these kinds of things on a Sunday morning, because nothing else is really on television on Sunday mornings. And I like to just have my coffee and relax with my coffee in the morning. And nothing is better than watching this travel show, which kind of goes to all the different far reaches of the world, into places where you might not really go, you might not ever see, or you have the different perspective of, or a perception of, which is kind of why I kind of remembered about this topic. Where is that Silk Touch pick? I had two. Maybe in my miscellaneous chest. I forget about these things. Yep, there it is. Oh, and here's some of these anyway. There's another Silk Touch. Okay. I can't forget about these chests. I gotta sort them. Anyway, a place that they were in today, or whenever this show aired, was Ethiopia, which is in Africa. And now I've gone for Ethiopian food before, and it's a lot of flatbreads and kind of like dipping sauces and stuff, at least where I went. A lot of beans, I think, chickpeas or something like that. And the impression that you get is that it's a pretty poor country, which I'm sure it is. Maybe financially, but let me tell you something. I've never been more blown away by my lack of knowledge about a place than I was with Ethiopia. Now, my perception of Ethiopia was completely wrong. I know that now. I always thought that just about everywhere in Africa sort of looked similar. You know, you get what you see. And this is, I think, a lot of the times maybe the North American perspective, or even the European perspective, or the first world perspective, is we see things on television, and that's how we see things. That's just how we will always perceive it. Where the best example I can give probably is Egypt, and everybody always sees Egypt as, you know, that place that happens to how am I supposed to do this here? What am I doing? Let me get this. Egypt is the desert with the pyramids. You know, that's how people see it. It seems, you know? And in reality, like, I remember growing up, it sounds so ignorant now that I'm older, but growing up, all Egypt was a big desert with the pyramids and the Sphinx, and like that was it. To think that it has cities and roads and people and cars and like things like that, it didn't even really occur to me when I was growing up. When I was a little kid, like, it just never occurred to me that places like that had other things in them. And Ethiopia, I have to admit, was one of those things where I thought that it was kind of like a desert sort of thing. Not a lot of people living there. And boy, was I mistaken. I mean, the sights that I saw on this program were absolutely out of this world. Gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I think that, you know, as impoverished as I'm sure some of the people who live there are, which is a very unfortunate state of affairs, as impoverished as they are, I really hope that they realize how fortunate they are to be able to live in such a beautiful place as that. And I'm sure that, you know, it's not all beautiful either. That's, again, a perception thing. But seeing it on this program the way that it was extraordinarily it was just extraordinary. Actually, that's where I'll stop that sentence. It was extraordinary. I've never been more blown away. And it's not the first time, it won't be the last time that that kind of thing has happened, you know. Top Gear car show, which is kind of actually in the news right now, full of scandal and, you know, this and that. That's not what I'm going to talk about. The nice thing about Top Gear, which is a car program I watch, is that they do go all over the world. They go all over to different countries, to places where I have always had a certain, you know, thought in my mind about what it's like. And they go to these places and it's like completely different. You know, they'll go to what was once known as Burma, for example, and it's just a beautiful, breathtaking place. Like, they'll go to all these places in Africa, in the rainforest, and stuff like that, and they'll be there kind of like, okay, one of the most surprising ones. I think they went to either Iraq or Iran or both, you know, something like that. And, you know, you get these perceptions in your mind because of what you see on TV, what you see in the media, and it's basically just all completely 100% thrown out the window. Just 100% thrown out the window. Your perceptions were wrong. You know nothing. You know, that's what you can take away from it. Gorgeous countries, gorgeous land. Some of it is just amazing, you know. I guess what I can do is start finishing this. Sometimes, for no reason, you get negative opinions of yourself or other people, but you've got to kind of like keep training yourself to change your perception. So I learned that my perception of myself was not quite as it seemed. You know, I learned that I couldn't just think of myself in a certain way. Just like even now, am I a geek? Yes. Does that mean that I'm unpopular? No. And that's a perception change that I've had to make. Is that, you know, whereas when I was growing up, being a geek meant you were not popular, nowadays it's a little bit different. So, same can be said about other people, your perception of people, your perception of maybe if you've got some racial stigma against someone else for whatever reason because you're a jerk. I'll be honest. If you've got those kinds of perceptions about people, maybe it's time that they changed. Or, you know, I think you could be shocked by what people can accomplish. I was actually watching this movie the other day. I don't know why this kind of reminds me of it. But, oh, I forgot to put those all the way in there. Well, anyway. I think it was called something like How to Murder Your Wife is the exact name, I think. It was called something like that, and it had one of my favorite all-time funny men, Jack Lemmon. Older movie, definitely from I think the 60s, and it was basically called How to Murder Your Wife. And the premise of the movie was that this guy draws a comic, like one of those in the newspaper funny comics, but it wasn't funny by any means. He murders his character, the main character in the comic, murders his wife, and he details in the comic how to do it. At the same time, his actual wife leaves him and goes back to wherever she came from, the country she was from, and he then gets blamed for her murder because she's disappeared, and nobody believes that she's just disappeared and gone back home to her mother or wherever she went. They think that he killed her. So he goes to jail, he goes to court, he's found not guilty, although he did murder his wife. And the way he got off of murdering his wife was that he actually claimed that, you know, men have been victimized by women for so long to be married, and that's not what we want. We want to be free. And all the men in the jury were cheering, and it was just like such a sexist movie. I couldn't even believe it. My favorite, Jack Lemmon, what are you doing? But he was in this movie. And anyway, the reason I brought it all up is because, you know, it used to be the perception of women, you know, was that they were lesser than men in some way, or that they were inadequate in doing certain jobs. I watched that Benedict Cumberbatch movie called The Imitation Game, where there was a woman there who was a mathematician, and she almost didn't get in because she was a woman. And it's just the perception that people had about women. But perceptions changed. They have to sometimes. So it's all perception. The whole conversation today is perception. What are your thoughts about perception? What have you perceived one way and then found out to be different completely? Was it, you know, a certain type of person? Was it, and you should be honest, was it a country? Was it something else completely? Was it about yourself? You know, well, I didn't think that I'd ever, you know, graduate school, for example, and then you graduate with honors or something. You know, is your perception of yourself completely different? Is it changing? How has it changed? How has your perception of other people changed? You know, did you think of a country as a certain way, and then when you start doing research, you realize it's a different way? Those are all things that you should be thinking of, and what I'm thinking of, and what I want to hear in the comments. So, with that said, this has been a long episode, so just like this video, comment below, and do all those other awesome things you people do. Thanks again, When Pigs Fly 116 for the donation. 50% will go to charity. Link is in the description if you want to also be charitable in that way. Shirt shop is there as well. Amazon shop. All those ways of supporting me and what I do. And what else? That's it for now. Oh, I hope you guys are liking that mindless mining that I've been doing on this server. Like I was saying in that room, the donation asking about Mega Walls. Mega Walls has become increasingly not as popular with a lot of the people that I love recording Mega Walls with. And we all agreed, you know, it would be so awesome if we could just take Mega Walls, the first 10 minutes of Mega Walls where we all just chat and have fun. If we could just take that and apply it to any other game. And then I was kind of thinking to myself, well, why not? Why not build a strip mine, take the first 10 minutes of Mega Walls, expand it to, you know, whatever amount of time we want, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, and do the first 10 minutes of Mega Walls for as long as we want on TimeShot. And I'm loving it. The people who have been involved with it so far really love it as well. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys like it too. I'll still, of course, do these kinds of talky episodes. I'll still do, of course, the other kinds of collaboration episodes and so on. TimeShot is such an awesome place to be right now. I'm always just so happy about it. Anyway, I'm I'm just pouring myself with appreciation now. Time to go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.